Alright then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Arsenal have officially bottled the UEFA Champions League race, one that we've led for so long, one that everyone thought we would actually take until the end. We have finally officially bottled it. Spurs will be going to the UEFA Champions League, and Arsenal will be going to the UEFA Europa League. This is one of the hardest videos for me to do, and that was one of the hardest matches for me to watch in my entire life as an Arsenal fan. And not because we lost the game, because we have lost 5-1 against Bayern. We've lost 10 on aggregate against Bayern. We've ever lost 8 against Manchester United. And those were very hurting moments. Those were very hard games. But it is what you hope to achieve in a game that matters so much. It is what you hope to get in a game that really hurts so much. I think this reminds me of that thumping in the UEFA Europa League final, when I thought we had a Europa League specialist in Unai Emery and we were gonna win it, and then we were humiliated. Right? I think that is the same feeling I have at the moment. I've seen an Arsenal side that I cannot explain whether the same ambition, the same targets, the same goals we had are the same goals that these players had. It is hard to convince me. It's so hard to convince me. I've seen an Arsenal side that did not have a game plan. I've seen an Arsenal side that didn't try to throw anything at the game. I've seen an Arsenal side that didn't try to fight at any point in time. I didn't see anything in that game. Newcastle, for me, they should have won that 5-0. They should have won that 6-0. I mean, 2-0 is giving us a lot of respect. We offered nothing. I've always come into match reactions and I've said Team ABC offered nothing in this game when we beat them. This time, Arsenal Football Club offered nothing. Absolutely nothing. And forget about the quality of the players, forget about the manager, forget about anything. This was a game where we had to win no matter what. We had to throw anything and everything at this game, find a way of beating them. Try to beat them, find a way of beating them. And you know what happened? Arsenal we didn't do anything in that game. The midfield was completely anonymous. That forward line, didn't see them. 90 minutes, didn't see them. And the defense, shocking. Absolutely shocking. The only player that I think stood between us and Newcastle, scoring 6, scoring 7, was Aaron Ramsdale. And big up Aaron Ramsdale because he's a true character and he's a true player. The rest, absolute shit. Absolute shit on an eye. But you know what I want to say here, lads? I wonder how we want to go to the Champions League. Of course, I know the team is not ready for the Champions League, and Vinay has said we have overachieved by being in the top 4 and being in the top 4 race and being in around the top 4 race. We have overachieved as a team, so we don't deserve to be there because the initial plan is not for us to be in the UEFA Champions League. Well done. We understand that now, right? We understand. So, according to Vinay, according to the board, Edu and Mikel Arteta, we have actually achieved the goals that we had to achieve initially, which were: do not go to the Champions League, finish in the Europa League places. You've gone back to Europe. You've done well. No silverware. Europa League is good. You've done well. You've absolutely done well, right? But let's talk about the standards of these men on that page, because that is what I want to talk about. That is what this reaction is all about. There is nothing else. There is nothing more. There is nothing that disgusts me than looking at a team that has that has everything to lose. And they don't even, no player was willing to put their body on the line. Apart from Aaron Ramsdale, no other player was willing to put their body on the line. No one. Everyone was like, okay, yeah, we've lost possession. We could win it back. If we don't win it back, we could just sit into a miserable shape that it doesn't exist. I don't understand. And we're going to talk about Mikel Arteta in this video, because I don't know what Mikel is trying to do I do not know what he's trying to achieve. He's not playing. He's not playing. A low block, so he's not trying to stop Newcastle's attacks and everything. He's not. There are no deliberate attempts for us to stop Newcastle, and there are no deliberate attempts for us to hurt Newcastle offensively. I don't understand what he was trying to do. But let's first talk about these men, right? Listen, lads. In the first half, did Arsenal really create any chance that was decent? Okay, not the first half. Throughout the game, did we create a half decent chance? We didn't. And remember, we didn't create any chance in that game, but we were 2 points behind Tottenham Hotspur, and Tottenham Hotspur, and of course we know Tottenham Hotspur play Norwich at in the final game, they are playing Norwich, so they literally need 1 point. They have 10 goal difference, and of course we are not going to beat Everton. We're not going to beat Everton. We're not. So we came into this game literally knowing that it was a win. It was a win we needed. And it is not embarrassing to lose 3-2. It is not embarrassing to lose 4-2. It's not embarrassing to lose 2-1. It's not embarrassing. It is not embarrassing if it is... try to show that there is a fight. Try to show that we are fighting for something. Let Newcastle edge the game. But no. Newcastle were not edging that game. Newcastle were walking away. They were walking away with points that they 100% deserved. And we don't even deserve to be. Those players, trust me today, do not deserve to be putting on that shirt, that Arsenal shirt. You don't put on that Arsenal shirt. You literally don't. Because you're disgrace. You cannot fail to put up a fight. That is one thing that I didn't get. You cannot fail to put up a fight. The other things can fail. You can fail to score. You can fail to make an assist. You can fail to do anything. You cannot fail to put up a fight. The moment you fail to put up a fight, it's over. We made Newcastle look like prime Bayern Munich, because we played Bayern Munich. We played prime Bayern Munich, and we were hit 10-2 on aggregate. We made them look like fucking prime Bayern Munich. And I'm asking myself here that if we went to the Champions League and we were drawn against Bayern or Real Madrid, how many would we concede? 10, 20, 25, 30? Is that what is it? Because with Champions League, and you see the clubs that are winning it, the similarity between those clubs is the character. Look at how Real Madrid, right? Look at how Real Madrid pulled back that Manchester City game. Look at that. With the quality that Manchester City had, and trust me, and look, don't get me wrong, Man City 100% did enough. They did enough, right? But Madrid, the character, the heart, the fight, that is what you need in such games. I've already said it. I don't know why we are dispersed like headless chicken on the pitch. We are jumping, jumping around. Look at the first goal. How do you concede such a cheap goal? How do you concede such a cheap goal in a game where you do not even need to concede? And you concede 2 cheap goals. Very, very cheap, avoidable goals. How do you do that? How the hell do you do that? Look at the first goal. 4 defenders against 2 Newcastle players, and the ball ends up in the back of the net. How do you expect? Because our pressing was the worst in the league. It was the worst I've seen. Today. That is the worst pressing. I do not remember Arsenal winning the first ball today. No, I don't remember that. But make matters worse, I don't remember Arsenal picking up or winning the second ball. I don't remember that. Jesus Christ. That is absolute blasphemy. I mean, no one should ever say that in this season we try to go back to the UEFA Champions League. No one should ever say that. Keep quiet, go to bed, forget about it. Just forget about it. Don't say it. It will be an absolute disgrace, a shame to the UEFA Champions League that such a team without any mental, kind of fight wants to go to the UEFA Champions League, you cannot do a blasphemy like that. So it's absolutely illegal now to talk about UEFA Champions League and Arsenal. I'm telling you this. Let me tell you this, lads. This was our best chance to get to the UEFA Champions League and correct things. Next season, that Newcastle side I saw, if they keep on improving, if that Tottenham side keep on improving, if that United side keep on improving, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, if they keep on improving, we've been talking about the title. Let me make you a prediction. We are going to take a lot of time without seeing our club back in the UEFA Champions League. We are going to take a hell lot of time. That is my prediction, and I've said it. So, I mean, the players, I cannot even say enough. I really can't say enough, right? But then let's talk about Mikel Arteta as the manager. The first question, before we talk about Arteta out, sack him, he's not done enough and everything, I think he's really done well this season. I can't lie. So my question with Mikel Arteta, and this is humbly, what was he trying to do in this game? He should tell us. He's going to come in the press conference. What is he going to say, right? You lot fucked the referee, and you said, you people on Twitter, Paul Tierney is a disgrace. What happened today? These players that you're trying to cover for are a fucking disgrace. That's it. Because you don't just let Newcastle win every ball. You don't let Newcastle run through the midfield. And we had this discussion with Glenn right before the game. And I said, I do not keep Mohamed Elneny because there is no reason as to why I keep him. There's no reason. Yes, he's good, he's kind and everything. But if there is a chance to upgrade on that area, do not hesitate. 100% do not hesitate. Because why we are losing these games is because we miss Thomas Partey. We just miss someone who can drive. We just miss someone who can drive this team. We just miss someone who can be the heart of this team, pumping blood in them. Because they're like Cyclops. They're dead. I'm so disgusted by the lack of effort. We lacked any sort of effort. Any sort of effort. That is disgusting. But like I said, with Mikel Arteta, that is my question to him. What is he trying to do? Right? Before the game, I talked about the two Milans, right? And I talked about how AC Milan have been winning every game right from the point. I think they last lost a game, probably 7 match days ago or 8 match days ago, right? And I say the strategy is you sit back, you don't sit so deep, but you make sure that your opponent does not cut you apart, right? Because this is all you need is to go through this game with 1 goal or 2. And make sure you don't concede. So there is no reason for you to tear yourself apart before the enemy tries to do so. And that's what we did today, and that's what we did against Spurs. So with Mikel Arteta, what was he trying to do? We never tried to pin Newcastle back in their own half. We didn't do that, and we never tried to resist Newcastle from pinning us back in our own half. Actually, according to what I saw, I didn't see Arsenal do anything in that game. All the balls that Newcastle drove through the midfield went straight to our defense and almost straight to our goalkeeper, almost straight back to the back of the net. Ramsdale, absolutely superb in this game. So, Mikel, this is where he got it wrong. Both games against Spurs and Newcastle. Yes, he was getting that card. Paul Tierney. Screw Paul Tierney. Screw Paul Tierney, you Twitter Muppet, screw Paul Tierney. He's not the problem. The problem is that we approach these games wrongly. And the moment, because these are emotional games. These are games where emotions, are so heavy, are so thick. I said it. It's like, look, it's like we are in our periods. It's difficult. It's absolutely difficult. So what you have to do, you have to handle the game right, do the basics right. Look, I looked at my man Tomiyasu in the first half. Alan Saint Maxima literally tearing, blowing him away from the at his service. And you know what I said? Why is no one trying to help out Tomiyasu with Alan Saint Maxima? Why is no one trying to do that? Right? Why? Throughout the first half, Alan St. Maxima is taking on Tomiyasu, and all the other players can't see that Tomiyasu is being torn apart, right? And nobody's trying to cover, because these are games where you need to do everything right. Like, you need to do all the basics right. And if I'm to mark basics, if I'm marking basics, passing, Arsenal passing 0. I mean, we literally could not find it's one of the games where I don't remember Arsenal making Newcastle uncomfortable in any way. There was no spell where Newcastle felt, Arsenal coming at us. There was no spell like that, right? We could not join 2-3 passes together. We could not. So passing 0, defending 0, attacking 0, attitude 0, effort 0, fight 0, what else? Character 0. You lose. Right from the beginning, you need to show that you want the game. And we didn't show that. You didn't show that. You need to show that you want the game. Mikel, the way he set up the team, didn't understand that. I literally didn't understand. Because Emil Smith-Rowe replaced Gabriel Martinelli. In a game where I thought Newcastle would be pressing us, so Martinelli would be an outlet with Saka. And actually I said Edin Ketia should be dropped. Absolutely had a stinker today. Absolutely, yeah. He had a stinker. Of course, he didn't have any service, so I don't want to really even put any pressure on him. He was playing so deep and everything like that. So, lads, look, it's going to be a huge summer now. It's going to be a very, very huge summer. It's going to be a summer where Arsenal now need to know that, because I don't know how we are going to do it without UEFA Champions League. I'm positive that many of these deals are going to fall through. And many players are going to say, Dybala will join Arsenal with Champions League. It's over now. It's over. ABC will join Arsenal with Champions League. It's over. Shut up. It's over. So, who are we bringing in? Aaron Hickey, Donwell Malin, Noel Melina. Who else? We've already brought in a forward in McQuinness. Because now, who wants to play in the Europa League? Who are we going to go for? Are we going to go for Jamie Vardy? Are we going to go for who? Mikel Antonio? It's the reason as to why I wanted Champions League was I wanted Arsenal to attract top players. I wanted Arsenal to attract top players. Of course, there is no insurance at all that this Arsenal side eventually is going to become better right from the summer. There's no guarantee. We could become worse. And if you look at the players we're looking at, Lautaro Martinez cannot play in the Europa League. Darwin Núñez cannot play in the Europa League. Victor Osimhen as well. Because all these players that we are trying to look at, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison probably. Yeah. That is where we are going now. That is where we are going. The competition, the likes of Aurelien Tchouameni, forget those ones. Don't talk about the likes of Yves Bissouma. Don't talk about them. It's over. It's gone. That's a disgrace. That was a disgrace, lads. That was a disgrace. I've not seen one in a long time. Yeah, I had not seen one in a long time. That was a fucking disgrace. That was a fucking disgrace. We absolutely Newcastle. They deserve some credit. Yeah, they deserve some credit. I mean, but I don't even want to give them any credit because the game was there for the taking. Yeah, the game was there for the taking. But why I would give them the credit is because they worked harder than Arsenal. I mean, did Arsenal work? No. But of course, you need to work harder than even if a person doesn't work and you don't work as well, both of you stay on the same level. But they worked harder than us, and they used a lot of pressure on us. They could have killed us, man. Eddie Howe, what are you doing? You wanna kill us? So Europa League next season, we have qualified automatically. There is no need for playoffs. We've qualified. Arsenal qualified for the UEFA Europa League. Uh, that's it. That's it. I'm fucking. Goodbye.